to inject a note of necessary thoughtfulness and being sober, and to remind everyone, let us not get carried away in this frenzy of media attention and glory. Let us not make the mistake of thinking that our work is done. Our work is not done. Your work is not done. Voting for me to be in City Hall was only the first step. We have a long journey to undertake. And other politicians have expressed their support for $15 an hour. And as I've said before, we welcome that. And we should also draw the correct political lessons from this election year. It was precisely because of the grassroots efforts through our campaign, the fast food workers movement, and the CTAC initiative that $15 an hour has become a buzzword. We did it, not the corporate politicians. And people have asked me, don't you think that sounds like gloating, to always point out that we came here first? And I wanted to share with you why we bring this up. It is not about gloating. It is about remembering that never should we have illusions in the establishment. Our power lies in our hands, and we make the change happen, just like we did this year. Oh, yeah. We will need to keep up the pressure if $15 an hour is to see the light of day in 2014. The struggle is only now beginning. Big business and the political establishment has been arrogant and unchallenged for long, and they did not see this campaign coming by a long shot. But now they have seen what is possible through grassroots power. They are not going to be asleep anymore. We have vowed to fight $15 an hour in 2014, and for the broader interests of working people. There is a huge grassroots support for this demand. Our campaign, as much as anything else, has been a public referendum and evidence of how much support there is for $15 an hour in Seattle. And the reality is that big business, even though they are going to hate the idea of $15 an hour, they cannot change the fact that people are now in huge numbers supporting this demand. So it is going to be hard for big business to do a sort of a frontal attack on our demand. What we are going to do is use other means. They are going to make a ferocious effort, make no mistake, to marginalize me and sow division and confusion amongst us. They will use slander against me. They will make this whole discussion about me, my personality, every word I utter, and they will use it not just to undermine me, but to undermine our movement. This is what this is about. And so we have to understand not to have illusions in them. Look at how viciously the corporate media has attacked Boeing workers for having the temerity to reject the attacks on their pensions and health care. We will have to be strong. You will have to be strong. You will have to learn that you cannot believe the attacks they will make against our movement, and you will have to understand that we have the power, but we have to keep building. And they will use other means. They will try to bog it down in endless delays, studies, and reviews. They will endlessly tell you this myth that we need to have a reasonable discussion with big business. Think about how absurd this sounds. Having a reasonable discussion with the CEO of McDonald's, the CEO of Subway, the CEO of all these corporations who have shown where their interest lies. And I ask you, if big business was going to be reasonable, then why have they fired Carlos? Why did they not rehire him? Why have they we actually want. So, we need your help to build this movement for $15 an hour. I am going to do my part. I have already made the promise that we will draft an ordinance for $15 an hour to be passed in 2014. We will simultaneously start the work on drafting an initiative. I am appealing to the labor movement, to the civil rights leaders, to other organizers and activists to sit down with me so that we can work on this together. But I need some promises from you also. I need you to commit today, right now, this second, commit to building a coalition for the rally for 10,000 in early next year. Let's build this rally starting today. Before you leave today, make a commitment to yourself and then share it with us. We have all, people in the $15 t-shirt. They're the ones you should talk to. Make a commitment that you will lead up and organize a neighborhood action group for $15 an hour. If you're a student, make a commitment that you will organize and lead up a campus action group for $15 an hour. We will help you along the way, but you have to take the initiative. We need a powerful network of these action groups to counter what will be the onslaught from big business. And we need to start the work now.